Hello, beautifuls. Welcome to our July 2022 energy reading update messages, all of the fun guidance. There is a lot, y'all. I have 2 pages. Normally, I only fill up just 1 page, but I have 2 pages of messages, and there were a lot of cards that popped out, so I have a lot to share with you all, so I'm really excited to get into it. But before we do, if you're not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Hang around for a while. We are going to do a live personal reading, so I'm going to just be offering that as we go. I may not be able to get to everyone, but I will do my best. So we'll probably be here for about an hour. And then, as far as any updates, I am going to be doing more in person gatherings and events and circles and workshops and immersions. This is just what is really, really calling to me. So, you're not going to see a lot of online stuff, but obviously, as it arises, I will share it with you guys, whatever feels good. So, just make sure that you are subscribed and that you have the notifications on, and that if you would like to learn about those events, if you are in California or in the States, then definitely come on to my newsletter and you can receive all of those updates on all of the events. But that is all the updates that I have for you all. Hello, let me know that you are here as we just drop in, take a few deep breaths. I want to say happiest of birthdays, solar returns to all of our July babies. This is the month of my younger sister's birthday. So exciting. Happy birthday. And yeah, hello, hello. Hi, Peter. Hi, Nicole. Amazing. Awesome. We're here. So, I'm just going to get right into it because we have a lot to talk about. And I'm excited to see what resonates with you all. So if you are here live, feel free to pop anything in the chat. Like, this is our space, this is our time. And if you are not watching this live, if you're watching this as the replay, the video, then let me know in the comments down below what resonates with you, what sticks with you. I want to remind you all that this is a general reading for the collective. However, yeah, you just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Yes, hello, Starflower. How are you? I am doing so well. Whew. So let's start by just taking a few deep breaths. I popped on live like right after setting all of these cards out that I'm not going to show you all of them, but just the kind of gist. There's a lot of confirmation that I'm seeing here, a lot of confirmation. So please do let me know if something like really hits and you're like, heck yes, this is what's going on. It really does assist others to be like, oh, I'm not alone. I'm going through this as well. And we can get so caught up in wanting to be positive, wanting to feel this lightness within, and assuming that all of these practices and these tools are actually going to get us there, and that's not it. They are literally just tools that can really enhance the experience and help us. But at the end of the day, what do we have? We have our body, we have our breath, we have our minds. We have this moment, we have our hearts. So, really coming back to basics and remembering the power of your word, the power of your intention, the power of your thoughts is huge here. Instead of giving that power away to a practice, giving that power away to a tool, giving that power away to anyone that you look up to and that you treasure in your life or that's helped you. This is not the point of spirituality, is to give our power away to something else and be like, no, this is the routine. This is what I'm meant to do. If I don't do this, like, I'm not going to feel good. I'm not going to, it's, what am I doing? Right. And that's not the point. The point is to listen within. So, with all of that being said, please do take some deep breaths. I'm already kind of like in the flow. I'm going to just move with it. But the first words that arose as I was tuning into this energy of July was rise. And it was rise in a lot of different sense. I like put rise, rising, uprooting. So there's a lot of dust that's still being kicked up. And this is something that's been going on for the past few years. And this year it feels like it feels a little closer to home, because it's being kicked up in our relationships, in our relations with family, in so much within our communities as well. It's showing us so deeply and so clearly what is ready to be burned away. And this is the process that we're moving through, is this burning away. And there is a level of acceptance that we get to meet in this burning away, in this realization of our power, of our energy. So really seeing how potent and palpable it is to use our words and our thoughts and our intentions, especially as we move forward in this journey. I wrote down, let me see. You might hear my doggy. Let's see. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, potency of words, thoughts, and intentions more so now than ever before. As we are healing, as we are returning home to ourselves, we are seeing this potency. We are seeing that the manifestations are much greater and they're so much more clear. So much more clear. The magic truly is unfolding, but it's important to realize the growth of your words and your actions and your thoughts and your intentions. So, not really going deep and down into these places that, make you feeling stuck, because that was another message that came up for those of us that are feeling stuck or stagnant or just feeling like we're not. Like, what are we doing? Why am I feeling this way? Like, why are all of these things not working for me right now? And this is that realization of what is actually running right now. What are you being shown through the reflection of your reality at this time? And this is important to pay attention to. This is that's awareness. As we continue to rise in our power, it doesn't just get easier and easier and easier. Like, sure, at some level, like I believe that it really does to really begin doing this alchemy work, right? And to embody more, but we're also being challenged to rise up to that within our mind, rise up to that within our actions and our intentions. Like, you can't hold the same language, the same thoughts and intentions that you did a few years ago to actually create this growth. So paying attention to that and know that, like, um there's that quote from Spider-Man: with great power comes great responsibility. And this was a huge theme for July, is to realize that, yeah, you do have a responsibility as a human being here and what you are actually putting out there. And this doesn't mean like, oh man, if I'm thinking like one negative thought or I'm doing one bad thing, like, ah, nah, nah, nah. Like, no, what is the medicine that you can bring into those places? Is it going to be like, oh no, fear, tear it down, stubbornness, all of these things, like wrong, wrong, wrong? Or is it going to be compassion and love and growth and expansion? Because that's what's going to take us far, and that's what people need to see. This is what children need to see, is how we react in those different situations where we feel we have failed, when we are really just making a mistake, right? Which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. So, yeah, and personally, I've been hearing from a lot of people as well that there's just like, we feel like things are just getting worse and harder and worse and deeper and down, and some of us are feeling like so much lighter and just like we're seeing things open up, and it's a good reminder that we do have this sense of polarity here, right? Some of us are going to feel on top of the world and some of us are going to feel like we're all the way down here. And what perfect union is that to actually meet with those two types of situations. This is very broad, very general, but like those two types of situations, allowing them to meet to create the sense of balance and remembrance and honor and compassion and empathy, right? As we allow life to keep flowing. And there was another huge message that was really just important for those of us that are going through that, is to keep faith, to remember that, like, yeah, you have support and you have the power to ask upon that support, ask your guides, ask God, spirit, source, whatever you really connect with, your angels, your ancestors, your family, your friends, in all realms, right? Your loved ones for support, asking the earth and the elements what you need, what you need support with. Okay. And it can be the littlest things. You can start playing with this, if you fear not having it being fulfilled, or if you've experienced that before, because I'm sure we all have, right? Like, oh no, I asked for this one thing and it didn't happen. But it's like, start small. Sometimes, honestly, the universe truly does know what we need. Okay. The universe knows. Okay. God, source, oneness, our soul, like, already knows what is going to be best for us. And we get to choose that. We get to be open to it, or we get to surrender to that knowledge, that wisdom that we not are not necessarily always tapped into. So recognizing that no, we're not always tapped into that. Yes, we have the power to always be tapped into that. And it takes a level of surrender and trust in yourself. So having that faith is having that trust in yourself. And this trust can go, be really simple, just asking for, like, hey, dear Mama Earth, it's your daughter Aria, and I would really, really love it if I could get a nice parking spot for this restaurant. Like, stuff really, really simple, or like, I just want a little reminder, and it doesn't even have to be specific, like a little reminder of joy today. you know, and really allowing that to be the building of faith, to be the building of truth and of support here. Okay. So starting small, allowing ourselves to regain that vision of magic in life. Magic is always unfolding. This has been the message every single month this year so far. And with that in mind, we are seeing, just like we were talking about, that split, okay? That split in reality. It does feel greater. It does feel so much greater as we step deeper into our power. It feels a lot greater as we begin to embody deeper joy, deeper states of love and compassion, right? And deeper states of truth of our being. Okay, but with that embodiment becomes the grounding, comes the alignment. The alignment is the grounding. The grounding is the embodiment of our truths, of our core values. And when we can be that, we can share that and show that to others. And that really creates just such fast motion energetically and on a spiritual level as well. So, in seeing that split, instead of ignoring those other parts of the world and the people that are going through just massive lows, or just seem like they're stuck in these places, not putting them in a category, not seeing them as stuck, not seeing them as one way, but start to see the higher self, start to see the light, the little opportunities, because the more that we can see that these opportunities are there, that people are open, that potency of our thoughts and our intentions and the truths that we are holding and embodying as a collective together is going to be huge for moving forward and creating more of those opportunities for people to open up and say yes to something, to do something that is out of their comfort zone or out of routine, okay, off of autopilot. All right. So, not pressuring yourself to be that one person to do it all, but yeah, allowing ourselves to use the responsibility that we hold and the power of our thoughts and how we see people as a catalyst for change and growth in the world that we live in our communities and the people that we see. Okay, and it takes a level of uncomfortability here as well for some of us too. So, we're seeing those solid and clear manifestations coming through as we begin to create more of that embodiment. And we're seeing that another message that was coming through was protection and grounding. So, if you feel like you are susceptible or that you're feeling really sensitive, because obviously, as we begin to hold deeper, more of our power and we claim more of it here and now, we are more sensitive. right? And that's not a bad thing. We are sensual beings. We're meant to feel and engage with energy in a powerful way. And yes, there is a lot of energy out there. And this is a great time, especially in this July, as a lot of fire and is being really used to burn things away, as a lot of dust is being used to just not being used, but like a lot of dust is being blown up into the air. It's important that we protect ourselves, that we create little rituals for ourselves that feel good, that can help us feel more grounded and more stable in our energy and strong in our energy, because we need it, right? We need that. And we want to be able to be strong in certain situations that we are met with other people, and with ourselves, right? And we do not have to say, like, oh, you got to be strong, you got to do all this and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, no, take that out of it. This is from a place of compassion and love. This is not about just pushing everything away that is not meant to be in our space. No, things are going to come, but you get to choose what you are consuming. So, a deeper awareness there in what you are consuming and how you feel is a more precious and powerful way for you to create that protection from yourself, for yourself, from a place of love and not necessarily fear. So just keeping that awareness there as well. And I do want to share a couple things astrologically that are going on. We have the Sirius portal that we are currently in right now that peaks on the 4th and the 5th. Today is, yeah. So today's Sunday, tomorrow and Tuesday for those of us that are, it would be Tuesday in the US. And yeah, so we're seeing themes of freedom and liberation coming up. We're seeing themes of receiving, of being open. So if you consider yourself a Syrian star seed, or really connect with Sirius, this bright spiritual sun in the sky, in our sky that we can see every night almost, depending on where we're at in the world, I highly suggest connecting with this portal, allowing yourself to just drop deeper into what it means to be free, what it means to feel liberated, what parts of you are wanting to break free, what parts of you are you still hiding that you get to pour some attention and presence and love into, so that you may come deeper into your power, so that you may feel stronger in your energy. Right. And in being, as you navigate this human life with everyone here that is navigating it with you, right? As this oneness that we are. So, we have that going on, and then on July 13th, we have a super full moon, and this one, if you look around on the internet, like, all the astrologers, they're gonna be like, "This is really intense, like, this is super intense, this is gonna be a lot, it's gonna be really heavy and dark and deep and blah, 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 blah," and yes, I agree that this full moon will bring things up, but once again, what did we just talk about? This protection and this grounding, and once you have that, once you have this deeper awareness of yourself, and you're not just roaming and roaming, and when you find yourself just roaming and roaming, bring yourself home, bring yourself back into presence. Create a practice for yourself of just with your breath, just with your eyes, just with your being, just with little reminders. Okay, allow yourself to be your own reminder. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you glance at a mirror, right? Anything at all, every time you look at a tree, every time you feel the wind, create little reminders of your divinity to come back to presence, so that we are not roaming and roaming and putting our energy into just all routine, 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 routine. Okay, breaking out of that, tuning back into the naturalness of this magic that is life, that is always and constantly flowing. So, even though we have some intensity coming up, and this is also going to be very related to our sexuality and how we claim that, and we're going to see that on a collective level as well, being challenged or being asked for us to just really own it completely and reframe it and heal those parts of us, so that we may claim more of that life force within our own bodies here and now. So, we're definitely going to be experiencing an intensity, some of us, right? There's the polarity there. And we have everything we need to to be within it. Okay. We're not here to just roam. We're actually here for a reason. And we were literally built for the energies that are being perfectly lined up for the awakening of this greater love that is really just rising from the depths of the earth here and now. And we got more, y'all. Hello, hello. I'm gonna just pop into the chat. Wow, this is literally what I've been going through. This is right on time. Totally been feeling this a lot. I welcome all new changes. Yes, yes, yes. Good to see you all. Yeah. So something else that was arising, I was really tuning into like, okay, what chakras are we working on? I have this deck. This is actually my mother's deck. It's like the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Guidebook. And you could see that we have the root chakra came twice. I asked twice because I was like, oh, there might be more than one, but the root chakra, we are really, really tuning into our foundation, creating that foundation. And we had some other cards come up as well about really utilizing your physical space, physical matter, material goods, allowing it to be in alignment with you. So this is another little message of what are you consuming? What are you consuming? What are you holding on to that may not be of alignment? What can you begin to bridge into deeper light, deeper truth for you? And deeper life. Okay, this physical matter, it is a gift, right? It is a gift to the earth. It's a gift from the earth. So can we honor everything that is and not just stick up here, but also just ground that all the way down? And these two, it says perfection and soulmate. So with perfection, for those of you that may resonate with this, where are you being hard on yourself? Where are you not seeing others for who they are? Or where are you, um, I guess the word would be, let's see. Yeah, are you being too hard on yourself or maybe on others? Where are you putting your focus? Where are you putting your focus here? And remembering that there is no right and wrong, that doesn't necessarily exist, especially since we're all creating our own little realities and being able to perceive them, right? There is no right and wrong. So when we try to tell people, this is the right way, right? Does that actually serve them? Does that empower them? We want to empower people to listen, to listen to a deeper part of themselves. We can say all the things we want, but there is a level of honesty and truth that we get to uphold. And some of that can be really triggering for others. So just really honoring honoring the truth here and not necessarily the one way. And then with soulmate, take this as it resonates, take it or leave it, right? But this one was really cool because I've never seen like a soulmate card really connected to truth and authenticity. So this was just like a big message of truth and authenticity, that this is what's arising within each of us. We're getting ready to claim it fully and completely, right? As it takes that time to ground everything in and embody everything in, we are being pushed to our highest destiny. We really, really are. We are being pushed to see that we are our own soulmate, that we have so many soulmates all around us that are here to also push us into our highest destiny. And I've been feeling this personally, especially just with the work that I'm doing and how I share and how I embody. Like, I feel like I'm like being pushed into something that like another part of me is like, nah, we're good. Let's hide instead. It's fine. And it's like, no, this is what we get to claim. This is what we get to claim is our higher truth and our higher authenticity, because this is a permission slip. You embodying it, you being it, you just practicing it and choosing it is an example and a permission slip for others to do the same. Okay. And we already know how influential people are and communities are. So allowing ourselves to be that anywhere, not just in like sacred spaces and all of these, workshops and events and stuff like that. Like, no, can you carry that into your life when you go to the grocery store, when you go, go to the mail, I don't know, whatever it is you guys do, go on a walk, get your coffee, I don't know. As you're going through the toughest times, as you're going through the deepest muds, can you allow yourself to close your eyes and tune back into that little spark, that inner serpent fire, that kundalini, that life force that's inside of you that is looking to just remind you, okay? This is what's going to be powerful, is that reminder that you are the reminder. Okay? Let me see what else I have before we move on. Once again, like, you do not have to do this alone. We're consistently this year getting like soul family, soulmate. This little card is so cute because it's like a leg up. And it's just saying, like, you're not alone. You're actually not alone. There are people out there, and the energy that is going on right now is bringing us together to do this work together. Like, people want community, people want to connect, people want to be in person, people want to like hold each other. So remember that, like, nah, if you are suffering on your own, step outside. Step outside. Okay, step outside. There is so much of an asking for us to come to the edge, to really drop into the unknown, and being able to feel safe there takes you allowing yourself, just not your mind, not to create stories and predictions of the future, and to know that, like, the mind may want to do that so much, and sometimes it feels like it can't, and that's when we start to get scared, right? And I wrote a whole email about this of being like, I got scared when I realized that, like, my dreams were literally coming into reality, into manifestation, and it freaked me out, and I could have completely blocked it, but I took that time, I took that moment of stillness for myself to realize what I was doing and what why my mind was doing without me fully even being aware of it. That is how deep this is. Not even fully aware of it. That's why the stillness, the moments to just be in your own energy, remembering that your energetic field expands so far out. So if you're around a lot of people, like, can you remove yourself so that you can find what is actually true to your heart center, true to you, so that you could see, like, oh yeah, turns out this is what's actually true. And it doesn't have to be a whole production. Okay, you could just write it down. Maybe you need to talk it out. Maybe you need to talk to a tree, go through the whole process. That wisdom, that truth is inside of you. And it makes it that much easier for you to go in the directions of your intuition and make decisions just with so much more alignment. So just remember that you are the universe. We are all one. We are all one family, no matter what it is that we are experiencing and seeing being reflected. It's all a reflection of this separation that we've been experiencing from the earth, from truth, from God's, from source, from just our hearts. You know, it's it's a coping mechanism. And we're seeing it everywhere. It's distraction. It's like the only other thing that we feel we have that we're seeing going on here. So, once again, really honoring your being, your body, resting when you need to. If you feel like you have a lot of this action inside of you, move, okay? Move. Allow that dynamic motion and energy and movement. And also allow yourself to create a more intuitive balance with the rest, with the rejuvenation when you do need it, because we can so easily move, 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 move. And like I said with my story, if I continued to move, 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 I would have just blocked all of those opportunities because I didn't realize that my mind was just creating deep resistance to the things that were really just in my deepest alignment, that were a part of my mission here. Okay, so once again, I think Peter said it. I welcome all new changes. We are going to be experiencing a lot of changes here, and we're not here to resist. Okay. We're not here to resist it. And we are still a part of the rising without resisting what's actually true. Okay. There is a greater sense of alignment that's coming in collectively, and it doesn't need to be fast. I feel like when we choose to be like, okay, I just want this to be done, I want this to be healed, like, okay, boom, 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 3-step plan, done, perfect, there, why is it not happening yet? Like, that's a trauma response. I definitely had that, and it took me some time of just stillness and being like, "No, this is okay," and just really checking in with the all parts of myself that may have been feeling like, "This needs to hurry up. This needs to hurry up." Like, "Why is it not happening yet?" And we don't necessarily we have a lot of control here, but at the same time, it's like we're going with the flow of life. We're moving with the flow of the universe and source and our soul, and there's a deeper, bigger plan here. Okay, so when we feel like we're trying to rush things and we're receiving a lot of resistance to that, that's a sign. Slow down, allow things to move and flow in their divine alignment. So I'm going to double check my notes just to make sure that I didn't miss anything before just closing this out. But yeah, really getting used to your light and your strength at this time. This is huge because once we reach that threshold, where it's like, okay, you're seeing that you can do so many different things, and that you have healed so much. When you look back and celebrate yourself, please do that this month, okay? Anytime that you feel called or you feel like you're, in a weird place, bring that gratitude to the past, okay? Bring the celebrations here and now. Recognize all the wins. But as we begin to just grow and see that growth, and maybe you feel like you're not ready for it yet, and you're like, no, all of these things are coming to you. This is where you get to claim your strength. This is where you get to move forward. And it does feel scary because this is this higher destiny, this calling, and it's new. Okay, this is new. This is what growth is about. It's going to feel new, 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 new. Okay, and it may feel really good and like home. And it's important to recognize that if things seem really like, I don't know if I can handle this, and you get overwhelmed, come back to that center, be your reminder. Okay, because that is this awakening. You could even call it like kundalini awakening, this inner fire within us, the spark within us, that I like to see it as. This spark is just being fed and fed and fed and fed, and it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we have to get used to that level of largeness, this like this beauty and this divinity, right, that we're holding on to. So really just trust what's being burned away in that process. Okay, really trust it. It can be so easy to resist, and don't feel like you need to just let go, let go, let go, and release and release and release. Sometimes it needs an embrace. Okay, just like with our shadows and even like darker entities and stuff like that, sometimes they just need you to see them. Okay, like to actually acknowledge and be present. And I'm not saying like, don't protect yourself and and all of those things, but when it comes to your shadows and what you're experiencing and what you're perceiving, at some level, like there needs to be some presence there. There gets to be a moment of just curiosity, okay, from a place of your power, from a place of your power. Yeah. Chakras opening, our vortexes becoming more expansive. They are. They are. And remember, you can call upon support. You can ask if you're feeling too much to tone it down. You can ask these things. It works. Allow yourself to build that relationship with the divine by actually asking without having a certain attachment and expectation. And as you begin to ask more and more, you may realize as the process continues that it's like, oh yeah, I kind of was expecting it, I was like looking for it all day, right? Then it's kind of like, eh. The universe is like, can you give me some space to actually do it? So I'm gonna move into the chat and just share some things. Let's see. Wow, I constantly ask myself, "Am I ready for this?" Not force anything. Like, yeah, do you feel ready? And really tuning into all aspects of yourself. Amazing, Peter. Just a moment of contentment while I was watching this. So much love. Are you going to do a Syrian light code video soon? I'm thinking about going live on Tuesday because um, we have the peak of the Syrian portal, the Sirius portal. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm feeling really called to do that because it's just like a big thing that's coming up. But I'm gonna tune in with them and see That's what they want. Bring the spiritual spark into the mundane, so to speak. It makes the mundane more beautiful. Yeah, and honestly, like, we see it as mundane, but it's magic. It's life. It's all just life. If we stop, like, seeing, things as two sides, it's like, no, if we're all truly one, that means there's life, there's magic flowing through everything. Everything is sacred. This is a reclamation of the sacred. It all is sacred. So every step that you take, every word that you say, every moment that you hide away from your power, that you make a mistake is sacred. Even you just taking a sip of water, making up your bed, going to the bathroom is sacred. It's all sacred. Mm. Let's see, and little reminders on your phone too, if you find yourself like going to your phone a lot, and distracting yourself, especially if you're feeling like just really more dense energy. Choosing a, let's say, choosing a ringtone that, like, lights you up or that has, like, really beautiful music or light codes. I love to use, activation vibrations music as, like, my ringtones because it just, like, instantly, like, brings that best case scenario energy in, and I'll just make, like, little alarms with a little note, and I'll be like, "What if this too is sacred?" Or, um, "It is safe for me uh to let this in or to receive," or like whatever message that would be that, like, to kind of get you going. That's what I did whenever I have like a hard time or I feel like I'm in a more dense energy, and it's like the practices I just don't, sometimes we don't want to do them, right? We're intuitive beings of flow, right? We're just like, sometimes I don't want to do it. um I create reminders, sticky notes, and if sticky notes don't work, those alarms on the phone, because then it's music, it's activating something within you, and I would just listen to the whole song of whatever I chose there. And sometimes maybe you just claim something as so, take yourself outside or tune into yourself, and like every time I do this, put my hand on my heart, every time I snap, every time like I rub my, it could be something really simple, or every time like I touch my hair, that could be an indication and reminder for you. Um, and you can set your intention with that, and every time you do it, it's like, oh, your body gets used to it. Every part of your being's like, "Oh, yes, this is the association," right? So, that to get you going, to get you up and going. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Syrian light video. Yeah, we'll definitely do one. Wanting it to be healed fast is like missing the wholeness of health. Slowing down and allowing is health itself. It is true. Where is the compassion in trying to rush, chakras opening. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been having health issues, but it's getting better now that I slowed down. I was trying to start my business and get done so I could start getting an income. Yeah, we're like, I need to start making money. Like, how am I supposed to be resting? I was like talking about this with my friend, and she was just saying like our service is so much more than just like doing, doing, doing and creating, creating, creating. It's our embodiment of who we are. So it's like no matter, you're gonna be taken care of. The universe is gonna take care of you. And you're in alignment, like really tune in, like, okay, how can I serve if I really need to slow down? How can I serve? What can I do? And listen in and accept, really play around with that. Patience with the universe, totally. But spirit has been really on to me to just let go and surrender into the unknown. It's been nice. Yay, I'm so proud of you. What time you usually go live? It's kind of random. I do like to do it like a few days beforehand. If you turn on notifications, it'll like let you know there's like a little upcoming live streams on my actual channel. Let's see, in the process of flow, knowing I need to move somewhere, trying to be proactive but not force anything. I know I'm held and supported, but I feel like I have no idea what's going on. I feel the same. I have no idea what's going on. I know that there is a change and shift happening in, like, my business and my service, and I know what I'm passionate about, like, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, and it's okay not to know. It's okay. And we are moving. There is always movement, right? Life is always moving. So we're never not moving. Okay. I finally took the leap and have been going with the flow, no longer fighting. And I've been feeling the best ever. I'm always trying to control everything and I've been open and hands off. Heck yeah, I know that. Been there. Amazing celebrating you. I've started to see energy, and also I've been seeing geometrical patterns and other images flashing like a Rolodex. Ooh, yes, yeah. Like the third eye was also another, the other chakra, which came in as faith, but it's like senses are being upgraded for sure. It's super exciting. I feel that. That's a beautiful idea. I'll try the things. Okay, surrender to the greater self trying to come through astral project to the fourth to receive your fifth. Ooh. Did you know when you put your hand on your heart, the body thinks it's being hugged? Always brings me present. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I do want to note the other side of that. Like some people may not feel comfortable with that based on experience, like bringing their hand to their heart and they feel like, yeah. But it's like we get to retrain ourselves that if you don't feel that. But yeah, this is such a powerful position. Amazing. Yeah. All right, you guys. So I have about 20 minutes left. So we are going to do some readings. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to get to everyone. So normally what happens here is that I'm going to tell you guys what number to put in the chat. You're going to put it in. I'm just going to go in order until my time is up here so I can honor my energy and the rest of my day and all of you. But remember that all of these messages that are coming through, just like this general reading, even if it's for someone specifically within the chat that is here watching live, you may receive something. Okay, so intending to receive exactly what is meant for you. And let's just take a few deep breaths. Okay, get a little rose water up in this business. You guys want some too? I got on the camera, didn't I? Of course I did. There you go. I clean it off. Drink some water. And yeah, just make sure you guys like the video. That always is super, super helpful. And really let us know in the comments down below what you're taking away from this as well. I know. I just want to make sure you guys get some. Okay, we are going to do 777 in the chat. If you would like a reading, 777. Type it on in. I went camping with my friend and he said I was sleep talking with confidence. I said, I have no idea what's going on with the full laugh in my sleep. Walking step by step, totally. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I don't know. I feel like a lot of us are like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. I was having this conversation with my love and like I was like, there's something. I'm being pushed. I'm moving somewhere. I don't have the full like picture in my mind, but I'm here to trust it, you know. Drinking rose, hibiscus, mint, and chamomile tea. It's divine. Ooh, it sounds so divine. I got my lemons from the tree and just my water. Very simple. Okay, so I have multiple decks today. I'm just going to pick a deck that, as I read your name, that I feel called to pull for you. And we shall see what comes up. So I have this Work Your Light deck. You guys have seen. There's the Yogic Path deck. There is one of my favorites, the Wisdom Oracle deck. This is the one we did last time that you guys were like, oh, it's so pretty. We have our chakra wisdom deck and a work your light. No, this is the secret language of light, and this is the work your light. You know, all the light. Okay. So I'm going to start with Earthly Luna. Hi, love. It's so good to see you here, sis. Just take some breaths. Let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pull one card for everyone, and I usually like to also share some light language, whatever kind of comes up. We'll see. I just want to see if there's any messages here for Earth Luna. Nourish. My all-time favorite card of this deck. Iandakiata tua sariana koa. Darayana koa iatatia sariana koshuto to kambaya siatam. Sepayatia sikambu o satiarakiana kaya satiana kya sakoshata. Really soak in your own essence. Give yourself that space to do so. Let the influence of others create like a I'm seeing like rose petals and like creating just like the most beautiful like bath or like space for yourself, just because, not because you're gonna do anything, like just because you deserve it, just because that is the level of abundance and magic that you are meant to live in, you know, like create that. No other purpose just then to be in it and to soak in it. So this is your card. This is your reading, love. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to move on to Nicole. We're going to do this right here. What messages do we have for Nicole? Love baths and just dried some roses. I'm going to do it. Yes! Let's go. All right, Nicole. What messages do we have for you? You got a jumper. 33. That was the first thing I could see. Chaos and conflict. So this is really what's coming through is like an acceptance of the movement and the motion that's happening around you and within you. Naturally allowing things to settle. Okay, so recognizing if there is like a direction that you're unsure about, you know, like a one way or the other, and just remember that like there isn't, or is not the only word that you can use here. There's and. Or maybe there's a path that you just don't see because it's like behind you over there. So really recognizing like, okay, where you get to just be still with yourself and give yourself all the time that you need in that. You know, sometimes we're like, okay, let me just find the stillness and I'm going to let this come through. But it's like, sometimes you need days. Like I needed a couple days for certain things to like really move through and pass through. My goodness, my eyeball. Makia sariyata ko shatiyara kiana siato shakua satiyana hiasatiyara ku satua shatira kiana kwa ayara hiasatiyara kiana ku shakua andaki sakampo uasha napoa uasha tayara hiana kia sakya sakya sakya. Nicole, let me know how you're feeling and what comes up for you with this, if it resonates at all. Ankiana kia satiara hiataku shakuana hiata kia sarihiana kiatakua arahia satiana kua shariara kiana kia satia. These cards are so cool. There's also like, it's almost like shedding and like changing as well. And sometimes that's like what, kind of destruction or just like chaos or just like fire needs to do. Jay, yes, that's perfect. You said everything I needed. Thank you. It resonated 100%. I'm so glad, love. Love you so much. Okay, let's see. Jay, down to the card. Supported, girl. All right, Isabella. Oh, you guys have all different decks so far. All right, Isabella. What card do we have for you? The Niyamas. Highly's just looking at this card. Dasariyam. Gosh, it's so pretty. And I'm actually going to read the description for this because this is one of my first and favorite decks for like the actual descriptions. So, you are beginning to reap the rewards of the inner transformational work you have done. This is just the beginning of a lifelong practice of personal observance. Tune into what your soul needs at this moment. Are there toxins in your body and mind that need purity? Are you experiencing contentment for all the blessings you have been given? Are you using your energy to take you towards your divine purpose? Continue the practice of self-study. There is always more that you'll find when you open up the pathway to your true spirit. Take some extra time for yourself each day to practice the celebration and contemplation of spirit. Bakiasa diara kiana kua sarihara kiasa diana hiasa kua sharikinda kua. Look at this reflection. Iaseri hiana kiasa diara kiana ua. Na ua na ua na ua. Buhua sadiara kiana siatoasha. Isabella, let me know if that resonates. Feeling such like gentle, like I want to say contemplative, but it's really not. It's more like sitting in the wisdom of spirit, being with that. Oof. Let me know if this resonates out. Isabella, yeah, it's a really good one. And Alicia, you're next. I'm going in order of how I see it, so it may be out of order to you guys. But yeah, Alicia, you're next, love. Okay, Alicia, messages do we have for you? For you, Alicia. So we talked a little bit about this earlier. This idea of perfection. What this feels like, what this looks like, and how it is all that is. How everything truly is perfect, and there's no need to force or push or pull in any specific direction, and blah, 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 blah. Andiana kia sarehia chakuara kiam. Wasura suasoro kuasadia sadiara kiana siatako shadianda kayata. Nariara kia sadiana gua sadiana gua edakia satuasha. Something that's also coming up is this connection like with your inner child or like another aspect of your being that is looking for you to see them as this perfect or this beauty, right? This truth, this light. Arekiana kia satayara ko shatiyara kanda kia takum. And that you are just like so deeply like supported here. Like you have everything you need. If you ever feel like, there's something missing or you need something, like, no, you have it all. Just look. This is your message, Alicia. Let me know if this resonates. I'm working on integrating the parts of my soul. Yeah. Highly suggest like tuning into that inner child or the part of you that may feel like you don't see yourself as this perfection or this light or this beautiful being, or in any sense of the matter. Amazing. Okay. Jonathan, I'm gonna do you next, love. Okay, I'm gonna do the same deck. Ooh. Sorry if you guys can hear me like swallowing. I don't know if that's very, fun ASMR. I don't think it is. Okay. Jonathan, just double check this message. Oh yeah. Okay. Quest. Ooh. Arakana Saratayanaya. So we got a lot of blue here. This is the throat chakra, opening up to your truth, the expression of your truth or the reflection of your truth, really allowing yourself to see that and be that. And we see like this flow, almost like water is what I see it as, and like really tuning into what your inner waters are trying to tell you. That could be your emotions, that could be how you feel, your nervous system, your body, what is really coming through here. This could be your intuition, okay? Moving into a direction of truth, this path, this almost like the universe is like, okay, are you ready? Here you go. Like, let's go. Let's go. Okay. And another message is that like you are both of these people here in this situation and however you perceive it. Yay, harmony. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know if this resonates, love. Let me know what's up. If you're feeling this. Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Shivloon, it's your turn, brother. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We do this one for you. Okay, let's see what messages we have for you. Cool. Okay. All that glitters. Oh, I've never seen this card. Really taking that in. Got the number 16 here. Arejieta, that saying, all that glitters is gold or isn't gold. I'm not good with sayings, you guys. You guys already know. Nakiasariam. really seeing like where's your focus. All that glitters isn't gold. Yeah. I'm living at house number 16 right now. Wow. Yeah, like where's your focus here? How are you perceiving what is around you? Um, really becoming aware of that and making sure that it's in alignment, with your truth and this level of like how much importance we put on things and everything, and or like attachments that we have to certain things or practices and stuff like that. um and it's just like a lot of the time those parts of us are like the ego, like wanting to hold on to things that like make it feel special and like all of these things. And just knowing that like you are so bright on your own, like you are so beautiful on your own. If you had nothing whatsoever, if you had nothing, would you still be able to hold and embody this energy? Like, yes, of course you would, but it's your choice. So this is like a deep reminder that like it's just you, all that you're working towards and working on. Like this is just you. It has nothing to do with anything around you. And any of that, like you can treasure it and allow it to be your gifts and honor it in so many deep, beautiful ways. But at the end of the day, it's like really calling you to hone into the gold that's inside of you, and to remember that that's like the most beautiful thing right now. I lost 78K and have nothing right now. So yes, it is just me. It's got nothing to do with money anymore. Yeah. Like the gold is you. It's you. And it's like remembering that, like when stuff like that happens with us, it's like, oh, center back in, sending you so much love, brother. This is a really, really powerful message. And thank you so much for sharing that. We're holding you so deeply, knowing that this is just going to be such a massive, deep realignment within your material world as well. Like the work is happening. Like, remember, it's inside of you. Love you so much. Okay. Let's do one more, and then we will close out. Okay, so Peter, you will be our last one here, and we're gonna do this deck here to close it out today. Let's see what messages we have for you. Okay. Focus. Number 37. Let's get this focus on here. Masiarakia takianakwa sariarakiam ku shutianam. Shariarakia nasieta soa sariatakia soroa sarianai. Karianakia sariarako shutakia sututututututu. Focus. Really, Peter, like allow yourself to receive what you receive from this. Like I'm getting that, like, don't say much. So I'm just going to hold this here for just a breath. Let me know what comes up for you, Peter, if this aligns. Overall, I know for me, sometimes I'm like, no, just like tell me, but it's like, no, what's going to come up for you is going to be for you. You know what I mean? So this is your reading, Peter. Thank you so much. Resonates. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah. Trading in stocks was a huge initiation for me. I was just about to say, like, Shivlin, like, total initiation. It's all within, rich within. Yes, you are. And it's like, and that doesn't mean you can't get back into it, How do I get one of these in the next live video? Next time I'll definitely have more time. This time I normally allow them to be just an hour long. So next time I'll have more time for readings. I normally have time for like at least, I don't even know how many we did. We did quite a few, but normally I have time for like all of us. but this time we had a much larger reading. July is definitely going to be a beagle month. A beagle month. And yeah, I'm going to be doing these every single month on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll go live in the morning and we will connect with the Syrians. So if you guys are available, it's going to be probably closer to 8:39-ish, Pacific Standard Time in the morning. So, yeah, rewatching my reading, it was so beautiful, and I definitely what my soul needs, and I just love to live in that card. Yeah, totally. I felt resonant with parts of these readings. Thank you. Thank you so much. Such a cute little space. Yeah, it's a cute little space. It's a cute little corner. Cute little space. Your voice is so soothing. Amazing. Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. Remember to please like the video if you haven't already. And if you feel called to drop a comment down below, just sharing some wisdom, sharing some love for everyone else that's going to be watching this after the live. Please, please, please do. It doesn't only help the video get more traction and connect to more people that are meant to see these messages that we received here, but it's also just really inspiring as a community to be like, oh yeah. I can look in the comments. That's like stuff we do, right? We can look in the comments and see a lot of love and like relation within this, okay? Yeah. Amazing. Oh, yay. Okay, I love you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your July. We will definitely connect throughout the month. And I'm just sending you all so much love, and I'll see you all live again or in another video. Mwah. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.